Welcome to r/Tales from Tech Support, where we get to have a little chuckle at the technologically disadvantaged. Like me. I'm Uncle Reddit, and have I got a story for you. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. No cats today, but I did remember to put the code hook up. I need a Surface Pro. At my last workplace, we issued HP EliteBook 840 G6 as our mainstream laptops, and Surface Pros, generally to execs and some of the staff that traveled a lot. We started to get users requesting Surface Pros, usually claiming that they had back issues and transporting a heavy laptop was causing them issues. My approach to that was to have them bring their laptop bag into me so that I could get them sorted out. They would front up expecting a new Surface. Instead, I'd make them remove everything from their laptop bag with the exception of the 840 and its charger. Then I'd make them compare it to a Surface Pro with accessories in the same type of bag, before telling them to F off. There was less than 200 grams difference. When you included the type cover, mouse, and a couple of dongles, and all that excessive weight was all the other crap that they were cramming into their laptop bags. Yep, somebody's always looking for an excuse to get upgrades on their equipment. Me, I would have just asked because I wanted the shiny new stuff. And as far as weight goes, if you can't carry one laptop bag with some other crap and some accessories and the laptop in it, somebody's always got to have something to whine and cry about though. We need you to price out moving the servers so we can turn the server room into a break room. So my boss showed me a memo this morning. We need you to price out moving the servers downstairs so we can turn the server room into an executive break room. I asked him if it was a joke and he told me no. Well, boss, why don't you just call the fire alarm company and price out installing a new fire suppression system and start there? Do we really need to go that far? Yeah, start with the outside contractors first. Besides, I'd bet any money those guys will charge 3 arms and a leg to take out the old system and add a new system downstairs. That's not one, but 2 major construction jobs. Yeah, we can't leave the server room a death trap, so we need to call the access control company as well, he replied. Oh, make sure to CC all the higher-ups on the running tally, I suggested. That idiot that decided to move the break room is going to get sticker shock long before we're done. Yeah, why would you even think about trying to move all that equipment and everything just for an executive break room? Find a new place for your executive break room. Maybe they gotta walk a little, who cares? Maybe they don't even need a break room. Have them go take their breaks and eat their lunch with the rest of the unwashed. I dressed down the commanding general. I recently returned to the IT world, and this story recently returned to my mind. We're having network issues here at work, so I decided to go ahead and jot this down. I know this is military heavy, but still concerning IT. This happened about 16 years ago when I was deployed to Eastern Europe with the Army. I was a member of the G6, basically military help desk. Despite my rank, E4 specialist, I was one of the go-to people for tech problems. Cast. Me, at the time a lowly specialist E4, but part of the head tech team, lost hopelessly in the pursuit of getting my E5, sergeant rank. SGM, my sergeant major, E9, basically my big boss on the enlisted side of things. CG, Commanding General, the boss of the entire mission. For you civilians out there, he was the equivalent of a CEO. CSM, Command Sergeant Major, my SGM's boss. He would be like a COO. Now for some military context. We had 2 networks in the NIPRNet, non-classified, and the CIPRNet, classified. Then there was a top-secret network. All these were regulated by AR 25-2, which laid out very specific rules for all of these networks. Hope I said those things right. One of which was you do not, under any circumstances, have the NIPRNet and CIPRNet on the same computer. There are even rules for laying out the cabling, saying like you can't have NIPR and SIPR cables within a foot of each other. Now, as you can probably imagine, the majority of these people were up in age and really didn't know the ins and outs of technology, etc. SGM got it though. He told us that he was just a nerd, and we lower enlisted sergeants and below were the geeks. And while he was trying to become a geek, he would trust us with the mission, and anything that we wanted to do as long as we could justify it. He would take it to the brass and keep the brass off our butts. So one day, SGM and I were walking and talking about some aspects of the mission, usual type stuff. We happened to walk past the CG office and we hear from inside, "SGM, OP, need to talk to you." So we look at each other and silently said to each other, "Now what?" So we dutifully walk into his office and lock up, parade rest. SGM and me, "Yes, sir." CG, "Yeah, I was just wondering if it would be possible to have the NIPRNet and CIPRNet on my computer here. I don't want to have to go to another room to check the CIPRNet." My gut just flipped. I just looked at SGM. SGM, OP, you want to handle this? I could only imagine the look on my face towards the SGM. He had totally thrown me under the bus / half-track. I looked at the CG and took a breath. Me. Sir, permission to speak freely? CG. Of course, go ahead. I took a deep breath, say a very quick prayer, and looked him dead in the eyes and said, Sir, are you outside your damn mind? CG, taken aback. Excuse me, Specialist OP? Me. Sir, AR-25-2 clearly states that all nipper and sipper connections must be on different machines, and the sipper computers go through a completely different imaging procedure than the nipper computers do. More policies are put in place to prevent removable media, and other registry entries are put in place so that rogue software cannot be installed. But I tell you what, sir, if you want me to do that, fine. I'll do it under protest. While I'm at it, I'll put in a third network card to where you can have the top secret network on this unit so you won't have to go to the SCIF, the top secret squirrel building, to get your high-level briefs, and you won't be that far away from your coffee maker. And when all the alarms go off at the U.S. Army Europe National Guard Bureau, DOD, don't come crying to me. Oh, you want me to run it to the hooch too? Barracks. CG. Specialist! Me. Yes, sir? CG. You've made your point. Both of you are dismissed. We about face and walk out. Get out to the hallway. SGM grabs my shoulder and spins me around and glares me down. SGM. Damn it, Specialist OP. You don't talk to a general that way. Me. I had permission to speak freely, and I was just quoting regulation and pointing out how insane his idea was. I did nothing wrong. SGM, just glaring at me and eventually turns into a smile. Good job. Punches me on the shoulder. I've never sweated so many bullets. The next day I get a call from the CSM telling me to get to his office immediately. Oh boy. So I snap to, head over to the CSM office. Knock 3 times and he says, Get in here now. Uh-oh. Me at parade rest. Yes, CSM? CSM. Specialist OP, what in the hell did you tell the old man yesterday? I knew the CG was out of the office because we enlisted only use that term behind his back. I know. Wrong. Me. CSM. I just reminded CG about the regulation regarding network protocols as described in Army Regulations 25-2. CSM. I know the regulation, Specialist OP. Me. Yes, CSM. He got up from his desk and walked right up in front of me. I'm about 5'11". He is well over 6 foot. Somewhat intimidating. CSM. You know what problem I really have, Specialist OP? No, CSM. I've been wanting to talk to him like that since the very beginning of the mission, and you got by with it. You know how bad that makes me look? I should bust you back to civilian. Me. I just did my job, CSM. CSM. I know, and you're damn good at it. Me. CSM, starting to smile and calm down. And that's why I'm so happy you're on this mission with us. Me, internally keeping my nerves in check. I'm honored to be here, CSM. CSM slaps me on the shoulder. At ease, OP. You did the right thing. Now, I do have an email problem. Me, internally eye-rolling and thinking, figures. I helped CSM out and returned to my desk. I was promoted to sergeant a few weeks later. ETA. I want everyone here who said that I yelled at the general. I did not. I used a stern voice, yes, but I did not yell at him. I put that text in bold just to emphasize my frustration with such a request considering the security issues that we were already dealing with after the TOA. Transfer of authority that were left to us by the previous unit, and that request almost pushed me over the brink. While using sarcasm, I kept my composure and my voice at a respectful level. Also, I think that overall, my promotion was just a happy coincidence, and I'm not saying that event had anything to do with it. I had done my time, I had earned my stripes, and it was just weird that it happened so close to that event. Just a weird coincidence. Lastly, I appreciate all the upvotes and awards. I didn't expect this to blow up like it has. Hooah to all my military brothers and sisters. Good for you, OP, for standing up to the general like that. Even while keeping your voice at a respectful level and being told that you could speak freely, that was taking an awful risk. Do you smell toast? Background. I'm an IT tech for a company that runs multiple private schools. I cover one school that has 3 buildings, 1 girls' site, 2 boys' sites. The boys are across the road. The girls, a bus/tube away, only started in December, so still learning the details. Spent my morning at the girls, trying to untangle the mess of an uncompleted phone system. Main barrier being the network cables are wired into the lifts with no termination or notes of what ports they're using on the patch panel. Grab lunch and head to the boys for the afternoon. Just settled in with my coffee and checking through emails and tickets when I get a call. From the other boys' site, internet and phones have just died. Mobile call. Don't try to be clever, nitpickers. I head over and have a look. Yup, IP phones have no power and the Wi-Fi is deader than my social life. I find the network cab that hosts the phones and fiber, no power. Lights work, but power sockets seem to be dead. Wander next door to the staff room to try and find out what's going on. The toaster isn't working is the first thing I hear when I walk in. I can distinctively smell toast. Quickly I stroke my beard. No numbness, I'm probably safe. Toast? I asked, puzzled. The toast was burning and I tried to fix it, blurted the upset teacher. Now I had a clue. Checked the staff room and yes, all the power sockets were down too. I unplugged the toaster and went in search for facilities. It was his second day, so was actually excited about fixing the issue. He went down into the basement to flip the breaker, reappearing a few minutes later saying there was no trip breaker down there. This started our hunt. In a move I'm sure Douglas Adams would approve of, we eventually found it. Above a ceiling tile, in a toilet, directly above the loo. With power fixed and offending toaster removed, everything came back up and everyone lived happily never after. Wait, there was a circuit breaker above a ceiling? I'm pretty sure no matter what country you're in, that's not anywhere near code. And do tell, did that teacher ever get their toast? I mean, seriously, I can just picture it now. This toast started burning, they couldn't figure out how to trigger the lift on the toaster to get the toast out, or to make it stop toasting. And somebody had the bright idea to stick a knife in there to grab the bread and shorted it out. Well, hey guys, don't let the fun stop here. Go ahead and click this video on the screen. I think you're going to enjoy this one too. See ya.